All right, so for those of you who are just joining us live, we filled our glass with cotton candy, an OU Par version that I picked up at Party City. After that, I drizzled uh, between a half a tablespoon and a tablespoon of fluffed marshmallow Smirnoff vodka, and it did its best imitation of the Wicked Witch of the West, and it melted. It melted, and there's a second one that I'm working on. We now add ice. I'm going to call out to my assistant, Miriam. Can
Give me
you
ice.
get me some more ice? Okay, now theoretically, I should be adding some sparkling water, which I thought I had in the basement, but I do not. So I'm adding some seltzer. To help create the fizz, and I need my stirrer. Where's my stirrer? My stirrer is not here. Here we go.
Rabbi,
Yo,
because of your background, when you reached for your stir, your head disappeared totally.
and with what?
Your head totally disappeared. You were like the headless horse.
I guess I would be the headless barkeep.
Yeah.
Rice.
Hang on a second. Ooh.
Hi.
Good, thank you. So that is a lot of fun, isn't it?
Why don't you?
Okay, again, I'm pouring my seltzer over the top and grabbing my stirring spoon and giving this a good stir up so that all of my cotton candy mixture from the bottom is not mixed through. Okay, and I'm going to say l'chaim.
I
L'chaim,
have
everyone.
mine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol nihye bidvaro.
Okay, how is it?
Is good. It's sweet. I mean, not crazy sweet, but it's nice.
Oh, okay.
Hey, excuse me one moment while I deliver this
Your
one
wife's.
to my wife. Okay. So this is one of those occasions where when you get lemons,
Yeah.
you make lemonade. Because today is National Cotton Candy Day, I got cotton candy and I added some liquor. How bad can it be, right?
That's true.
A little bit of cotton candy that's still down at the bottom is quite yummy.
Oh, it has all the liquor in it. Of course it's yummy.
I feel like we should tell a pet story. Did you have a pet at any point?
We have the 2 German Shepherds.
Of course, duh.
Oh, and now Max has Stella, and don't ask me what Stella is.
A streetcar.
Yeah. That's why when she told me they got a rescue dog and her name was Stella, I yelled, Stella, Stella. She didn't get it.
Clearly, the child has not been properly well educated into the classics.
A lot of the classics she knows, but obviously not that one.
Like, it's one of those where you don't even need to know the movie. You just need to know the line.
Right.
And it's like, I could have been a contender. It's a great line, but you don't even need to know the movie.
I'm surprised other people aren't joining us.
Indeed. So I have to say, this is probably more fun when this was more fun when we did it in person.
Oh, definitely more fun in person. Do you think we're going to get to that?
Well, theoretically, there's no reason why we can't that I can think of. After all, you know, I'm thinking now, like, think Shabbos morning.
Slowly. Yeah.
Shabbos morning, we have people in shul. Those who are vaccinated are not mandated to keep their masks on. I think people keep them on when they are closer to people than farther away, but when we certainly have the space in either President's Hall or Founders Hall to spread out, and people could come get their libations, separately.
Right. Did you get what you were going to get today?
I did.
Okay.
Well, I should phrase that differently. I got stuff.
Okay.
It's all individual. We'll put it out. I'll put it in a basket when I get to show in the morning.
Okay.
Hey.
Rachel and I have been talking about it, but there hadn't been very many people. This week we have quite a few coming.
Indeed. Hello, ladies.
Hi there.
What are you
You're
drinking?
muted.
We look like pets, but we aren't pets because of our hair.
Oh, okay.
Over there, Rabbi.
Hey, I got a short-haired dog, so.
All right, I'm gonna go make a call.
Okay, what are you drinking?
So I started with cotton candy, filled the glass, drizzled some marshmallow vodka over it. It shrank. I added some ice and some seltzer.
Oh, it sounds good.
It's actually quite pleasant. Could have added sparkling water, which is what I originally planned on until I discovered that what I thought was sparkling water in the basement turned out to be not sparkling water.
Tonic water.
No, it was a bottle of seltzer.
Oh,
So the idea is to give it a little bit of bubble. So
all right, well, soon we'll come and drink yours.
fine, you're more than welcome to.
And I have wine.
I had wine too. We just came from the store. They have these little bottles.
Oh, the little ones.
Nope.
Oh,
Myron has decided to join us.
well, he's supposed to join you. And how about Cantor's dog? Where's he?
That I cannot speak to.
Because
But
isn't it a pet thing?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, we have to see Myron.
Yeah, pick Myron up.
I'm working on it.
He's not a little thing.
Okay, let me put this back where it was, and I will pick him up, which is not always his favorite thing in the world, but the way it goes. Come here, dude.
Does he shred?
No, he doesn't.
No, I have shredding on my mind because we've been doing a lot of shredding.
Oh, cleaning stuff out.
Good Myron.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh my, he looks big, is he?
He's 40 pounds.
He looks like he's bigger.
Bigger.
I think it's just the camera.
Sometimes.
Right.
How old is he?
Myron,
Whoop. No.
when
How
you
old?
open my car door, he hops in.
Oh, really?
He loves, yeah.
He likes to go traveling.
Oh, he likes to roam around, huh? How old is he?
Myron is 8. We're about to turn 8.
Oh, wow. And what about Cantor? What kind of dog do you have?
Mine is 27% border collie, 17% something mountain dog, Burmese mountain dog, 17% Australian something shepherd dog, and the rest is everything you can imagine. And he doesn't do anything I tell him.
And he sounds like really huge.
He's 48 pounds.
That's
When we
good.
got him, he was 38.
I think he's bigger than Myron.
Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
He's a little
dog.
taller.
Taller, right.
Come on, Cantor, pick him up.
Yeah, pick him up.
He wouldn't come here anyway.
Does he shed?
He only comes to me when there's all the fighting around the house, like when it's homework time. Then he looks for refuge with me. There's no homework being done right now.
Okay, I think Myron got heavy.
I might have pictures of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And when you're
Myron,
picking him up, when you're picking Myron up and with the rabbi's background, he looked bigger than he is.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him before.
yeah, he's made it to Minion on any number of occasions.
Oh, yeah.
He's cute.
Look, some of you have asked me, but for full disclosure, when we do the Amida, I turn off my sound and I turn off my picture. So that reminds me to turn my sound back on when the Amida is over. But Myron could be lying here perfectly content all the way through Minion. But if something goes by, the hound comes out and he's really loud. So during the davening, I want to be able to respond and whatever. So I leave myself live, but during the Amida, when it's so quiet, I sort of feel a communal obligation to make sure that he doesn't disrupt.
There he is.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty.
Jojo.
That's a nice dog.
That's Jojo.
Jojo. I'm allergic to dogs, but
Sorry.
well, I had one she died a week before her bat mitzvah.
Oh,
What kind of dog?
It was a Maltese,
Oh,
but
what I had growing up.
she didn't shed, but I was allergic because it must have been her dander or something. Because as soon as she died, I couldn't breathe or taste anything for all those years.
Hmm.
And then as soon as she died, I came back like a dog. Like my sister can't believe what my smell is like. Not really. So clearly I must have been allergic. She used to sleep up here by my side,
Oh, so you couldn't
on my
breathe.
pillow, next to me.
Yeah, well, Maltese are
Joe.
little dogs.
My Jojo.
Oh,
And when they're wet, they look
they
like
stink.
round rats.
No, but they do. Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
okay.
can say this because I had one for many years. Yeah, okay. So I will tell you that Matthew, yes, weird name, but his breeder was a nice Catholic woman, and so litter of 4 males. We got the oldest one, Matthew. The others were Mark, Luke, and John. But he can live to a ripe old age. He was
How old?
he was like 18.
Yeah.
wow.
She had all kinds of issues, skin issues and everything, and she really didn't, she was a little cookie. She was very cookie. She used to bite.
Jojo needs to take some antibiotics right now. And then he's always smarter than we are, always a step up behind, in front of us. We hide the food in sinks. He'll eat once. And then after that, he puts all the food in his mouth, chew, swallows, and the peel comes out. He's done that with chicken, with hot dogs, with lox, with all sorts of things.
It's
Have you tried pill pockets?
Yeah, he would eat the peel pocket, but not the peel.
I know, isn't it crazy?
Would eat around the pill, and
he can eat around everything.
Eat these things much too quickly.
No, it's amazing because Emma used to do the same thing. She'd eat the whole plate and the pill would be on the side still. So I used to give her liquid, like have it compounded and just shoot it in there.
Shoot it in there, yes. Okay, Deborah, it is 6:33. So theoretically, we started Mincha 3 minutes ago. But Cantor, I leave you in charge of Mincha. I'm just going to do a quick head count. Okay, so I'm going to go put Bart's stuff away and recruit another human being.
Yeah, this is
You have the synagogue blue book, it's page 1.
this is the old one. Kabbalat Shabbat. Can I go on here?
אשר שבי ביתך, עוד הרו הסלע, שם שככה שם שלנה אלוהיו תהילה לדוד. דרך את ידך, מסביר לך. בהילת אדוני ידבר פי וברך כל בשר שם קודשו לעולם ועד, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה.
Okay, Jody is here with me, so we are good to
יקדש
go.
וקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ואלמה דיבר קילותי ואמליך מלכותי וכיכון ומכון וחלקו בית ישראל בגלו בזמן קדי ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך כולנו מלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ושמע ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לעילה מכל ברכתה ושילתה שבחתה ונקמתה דמילן בעלמה. ואמרו אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא האל עליון גומר חסדים טובים מפני הכל וזוכר כזה אבות ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו ואהבה מלך עוזר ופוקד מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה
Amen.
אתה גיבור המנונה מחי מתים, אתה רב להושיע, מהוקל חיים בחסד, מחי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים מציל אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות ומידו מלך. מלך ממיד ומחיה מצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, חיי המתים.
כתוב ליד נביא הקר וקרא זה ביומם.
מקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מלון, כך כתוב נביאך וקרא זה. אל זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלך כבודו, לעומתם ברוך ימינו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו, דבריך שכתוב לאמור. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור דור, הללויה, לדור דור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש. ושיבה האלוהים מפינו למושלם ועד, כמלך גדול וקדוש אתה, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל הקדוש.
Amen.
יתגדל וקדש שמרבה.
Amen.
אמר יברך חילותיהם ומלכמלכותיהם בחייכון ומכון, ככה בצהל ברע בזמן קריב אמרו אמן.
Amen. Praise me, Rabbi Maya.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ותרמה ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה. עם כל חטא ושאלת השבחתה ונקמתה למילן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
בהוצאות קול.
Love you.
לכל ישראל. אדם ומכון בישמעיה ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
חי שלמה רב מן שמה וחמרם כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עשה שלום
Amen.
עם רמה אף הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שכונות השמיים. נראה לפני התוצאות. על כן נקבל לך אדוני אלוהינו להיות מלך תפארת ישראל. שלך יום את ימלוך בכבוד כתוב דעתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו אחד.
קדיש יתום, יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ויעמד דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן.
Amen.
שמי רבה מברך.
Ishmi Rabban Barak Olam Olam Maya.
יהי שמי רבם וברך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום עם רמיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
Okay, we're good to go with Kabbalat Shabbat.
We continue on page 14 with Yedid Nefesh. ידיד נפש, אברח אמן, משוך עבדך אל רצונך, ירוץ עבדך כמו אייל, ישתחווה אל מול חדרך, ירב לו ידידותך, מנופץ ובכל טעם, אדוני אסיב העולם, נפשי חולת אהבתך, אנא אלנה רפנה לך, בהרות לך נועם זיווך, אז תתחזק ותתרפא, והייתה לך שפחת עולם, ותיק יהמו רחמך, וחוס נא לבין אוהבך, כי זה כמה נחשב, לראות בתפארת עוזך, אנא אלי מחמד ליבי, הושענה ואל תתעלם, יגלנה ופרס חביב עלי, את סוכת שלומך, תאיר ארץ מכבודך, נגילה ונשמחה בך, מהר אחוף כי במועד, וכונני כימי עולם. יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. לכוננה לאדוני נריע לצור ישעיהו קדמה פניו בתודה בזמירות נריע לו כי יהיה לגדול אדוני ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ בתועפות הרימו
Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God, raising our voice in song. Great is Adonai, a greater sovereign than all other deities. God's hands formed the earth's deep, mountain crests too are God's work. The sea is God's, for God made it. Dry land was fashioned by God's hands. Come then, let us bow and kneel. Let us bend our knees in the presence of Adonai who formed us. For Adonai is our God, and we are God's flock, sheep in God's caring hands. We continue at the bottom of the psalm.
40 שנה הכות בדור, אומר עם טועה לבבם. מועד עוד לחי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבואו אל מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני שיר שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. טוב בהדר לפניו לעשות בארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ. ירם הים, ירם הים, ירם הים ומלוא, ירם הים, ירם הים, ירם הים ומלוא. יעלו שדי, יעלו שדי, יעלו שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו, אז ירננו, אז ירננו כל הצייר. לבני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט הבל בצדק ועמים באמונתו.
Adonai reigns, let the earth be glad, the distant lands rejoice. Clouds and thickness surround the divine, righteousness and justice secure God's throne. Fire goes before God, consuming besiegers round about. Flashes of lightning illumine the land. The earth watches and trembles. Mountains melt like wax at the approach of Adonai, at the approach of the master of all the earth. The heavens tell of God's righteousness, and all the nations see God's glory. You, Adonai, are above all that is earthly, exalted over all that is worshipped as divine. Light is sown for the righteous and joy for the upright. Rejoice in Adonai, you righteous people, and thank God as you pronounce the divine holy name.
אוהבי אדוני צינוריו, שומר נפשות חסידיו, מיד השם יצילם. אור זרוע לצדיק ולשי לב שמחה, שמחו צדיקים לאדוני, והודו לזכר קודשו. מזמור שירו לאדוני, שיר חדש כי נפלאות עשה הושיע לו, ימינו וזרוע קודשו הודיע אדוני, ישועתו לעיני הגויים, גילה צדקתו אחר חסדו ואמונתו לבית ישראל. ראו כל אפסי הארץ, את ישועת אלוהינו, איי 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 הריעו לאדוני, כל הארץ פצחו ורננו וזמרו, זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור בכל זמרה, בחצוצרות וכל שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. ירם הים ומלואו תבס ויושבי ואי איי איי נהרות ימחאו כף יחד הרים הרננו לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט הבל בצדק, ועמים במישרים. לי, 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 לי,
Adonai reigns, nations tremble. The one enthroned amidst the Kruvim makes the world quake. Adonai is great in Zion above all nations. They shall acknowledge your name, saying, Great, awe-inspiring Holy One. A sovereign strength lies in the love of justice, and you forge the paths of truth, judging Jacob righteously and justly. Exalt Adonai our God, bow down before God, the Holy One. Moses and Aaron among God's priests, and Samuel amongst those who called upon the divine name. They called to you and you answered them. You spoke to them from amidst the cloud. They kept your covenant and the law you gave them. Exalt Adonai our God and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai our God is holy.
Adonai Eloheinu atah אל נושא היית להם, ונוקם על עלילותם, ורוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו לך קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
We rise as able and continue on page 20 in Sidur Sim Shalom, page 21 in Lev Shalem.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, ישתחוו לאדוני בחת הקודש, כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד, הרים אדוני על המים, על מים, על מים רבים, על מים, על מים, על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, ויקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רעים, כמו בן רעים. כל אדוני חוצב להבוטש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחסוב יערות, ובהיכלו כולו מרכבות, כולו מרכבות, כולו מרכבות. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
You may be seated as we continue with Lecha Dodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה, שמור וזכור בדיבורך דשמיינו, אחד אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, השם הוא לתפארת ולתחילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקורך ברכה מראש מקדם, נסוך סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קום יצא מתוך אפיך רב לך שבט, במקבך והוא יחמול עלייך ימלך, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, התנערי מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך מעל יד בן ישי, בית הלך מקורבה אל נפשי גאה לך, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי אורי אורי, שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלח, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא 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 תבושי ולא תקלמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו אני עמי ונבנתה, יראתי לה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה, והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהיך, כמסוס חתן על קלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי, על יד איש בן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בלם, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלב לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
You may be seated. We continue Mizmor Shir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, לעשות עלינו אבל, עלי היגיון בחינות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך רנן, מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
A psalm, the song of the day of Shabbat, It is good to thank you, Adonai, and sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. Finger the lute, pluck the harp, let the sound of the lyre rise up. You gladden me with your deeds, Adonai, and I shall sing of your handiwork. How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. In old age, they remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming, Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw.
Tzadik ata ma'ifrach, Geres balebanon izgeset olim, bebeit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu, od yenuvon beseva deshenim verananim iyo lechagit yashar Adonai tzuri velo avelatavo. Adonai malach geut lavesh, lavesh Adonai osit azar, aftikon tevel baltimot, nachon kisacha meyos meolam ata. Naseu ne'arot Adonai, naseu ne'arot kolam, yiseu ne'arot ochyam, mikolot ma'im rabim, adirim mishbereyam, Adir bamarom, Adonai, eidotecha nemnu meod, leveitcha nava kodesh, Adonai leorech yamim. Naseu ne'arot Adonai, naseu ne'arot kolam, yiseu ne'arot ochyam, mikolot ma'im rabim, adirim mishbereyam, adir bamarom, Adonai, eidotecha nemnu meod, leveitcha nava kodesh, Adonai leorech yamim.
Kaddish Yatom for mourners and those observing yahrzeit. Yit gadal, v'yit gadash, shemei rabbah,
Amen.
v'yalma divra kirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon, v'yomechon, v'chayechon beit Israel, v'agala, v'zman kari, v'imru, Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabba mevarach, la'alam la'me'amaya, yitbarach, v'ishtabach, v'pa'ar, v'tromam, v'tnasei, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shmei Kudsha, Brichu, Va'ela, Minko, Birchata, V'shirata, Tush Bechata, V'nechamata, Za'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. L'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom mimromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
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 Chaverim will pause for a couple of moments to reflect on a small piece of this week's Torah portion. Parshat Korach deals with a variety of rebellious acts against the authority of Moses and Aaron, questioning their leadership, their legitimacy as leaders, despite having been chosen by God. And as a subtext to part of the rebellion, or one of them, it questions the taking on the part of God of the tribe of Levi into a divine service. So this verse appears in the context where Moshe has gone to the tents of two of the ringleaders of the rebellion, not specifically Korach, with whom the previous verses describe Moshe's interaction, but this refers to some of the lay leaders, some of the other leaders, Datan and Aviram. Moshe goes to their tents, and it says that they are to be punished by some divine miraculous intervention. And it talks about how Moshe leaves Korach, the first instigator, and how he goes to Datan and Aviram, and Datan and Aviram go out of their tents, Nitzavim Petach Ohalehem, and that they are standing in front of their tents. But the text adds the word Nitzavim, which is an odd word. It's the same root that gives us the Hebrew word matzeva. Matzeva may be a word that's familiar to some of you. A matzeva is a monument, right? It's the Hebrew name for a headstone, if you will. And so the question that many of the commentators ask, what does that mean in this context? Why does it use the word nitzavim to emphasize something about the way in which Datan and Aviram were standing? And Rashi explains the word nitzavim very simply. It says, Bekoma zikufa, that they were standing stridently upright, boldly, proudly upright. For Rashi, the suggestion of our verse is that Datan and Aviram, despite everything that is transpiring around them, despite the fact that God has clearly come out on the side of Moses and Aaron, they remain prideful in their opposition to Moses, and even prideful in their defiance of God. And that, at least in the biblical text, is part of the downfall of Datan and Aviram, that they're unable or unwilling to back down in the face of what is clearly a futile effort, that their pride doesn't allow them to back down. Our teacher, Rabbi Baruch of Mezebosh, takes in Rashi's comment and suggests that while we generally look at pridefulness as not a positive attribute, he says, Kol hamidot haraot efshar lenatzlan ulechavein otam latov, that even negative attributes, overabundant pride, pridefulness, even something like that can be salvaged and redirected for a positive purpose. It just has to be used appropriately and in the right context. And what he suggests is this sense of pride can in fact be an essential quality of maybe even a survival skill for Jews in the modern world, that one has to be comfortable and proud of who one is as a Jew, so that when one acts in the world and is perceived and seen as being other, perceived and seen as doing things that are different from other people, that one has to do it not in a boastful, prideful, overweening sort of way, but rather that one should have that sense of pride in one's heritage, in one's traditions, in one's customs, in one's practices, so that one always is a proud member of the Jewish community, willing to express and their Jewishness and be seen as part of the Jewish community. I was particularly struck by Rabbi Baruch of Mezebosh's teaching, because with the trend and the rising trend of anti-Semitism and so many attacks being pointed at the Jewish community, one already sees the beginnings of how Jews who previously were much more comfortable and willing to express their Yiddishkeit and identify themselves as Jews in public are pulling back from that out of a sense of genuine fear in some cases, but also in many cases out of an unwillingness to be seen and they're identified as members of the community and deal with the potential pushback that might come in its wake. And so we need an infusion of Jewish pride. We need a healthy dose of it in order to be able to stand with our backs straight, with our heads high, and be really proud of who we are and what the Jewish community and our Jewish homeland represents. With that, let me invite you to turn in the Sidur Sim Shalom to page 27 and in Lev Shalem to page 38. We rise and join together in Kaddish D'Rabbanan. Yitgaral v'yitgarash Shmei Rabbah v'yalma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayechol Beit Israel v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach v'alam lamei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Kudsha brichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael ve'al Rabbanan ve'al Talmidehon ve'al kol Talmidehon ve'al kol man da'askin ve'oraita diva atra hadain ve'diva chol atar v'atar yehei lahon alachon shlama rabba china ve'chista ve'rachamin ve'chayin arichin umzona revicha uforkana min karam avahon divishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya L'chaim Tovim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. Oseh Shalom Imramav Hu Barachamav Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. The Chazan will bring our service to an end with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Leshalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leshalom, malachei ashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Shabbat Shalom Vorach. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shalom.
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 Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
weekend. Good Shabbos.
Okay, see
Have a
you
good
all.
Shabbos.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Bye.